In 1860s, following the election of Abraham Lincoln, slave states began to secede. The Civil War between the Southern Confederation Army and the North Union Army were broke up. The burning issue that led to the disruption of the Union, however, was a debate over the future of the slave expansion. The South wanted to expand the slavery into the Western Territory, but the North didn't, which caused the separation of the nation during that time, and the South soon established its own government, known as the Confederacy. During the war, music played a major role not only in spreading of ideas but also inspiring people at political rallies, help recruit soldiers, accompany marches and fighting, and comfort soldiers' families at home. More artists start to experience their ideas and hopes about the war through music. More songs were written, adapted, sung in this time period than at any other time. The Civil War provided an excellent stage for the development of the music, because the music was not only played among the citizens but also the military. Many great composers like George F. Root, Julia Ward Howe, Daniel Elfman, and Harry Mackenzie created so many famous songs. These songs experience every aspect of the conflict and feeling toward the war. The Civil War was a key turning point which provided a national stage for the development of the music, while at the same time the music gradually shaped the Union and the Confederacy idea during the Civil War. The South and the North had their own music ideally suited for their respective populations. I wish I was in Texas Land from the South and John Brown's Body from the North. Both became popular around 1859 and both set to a variety of lyrics. Each suggests the opposite character of the industrial, abolitionist North and the agricultural, slower-paced, slave-holding South. Some scholars believe that the John Brown in this song was the abolitionist and religious zealot hanged after attempt in 1859 to take over the federal arsenal at Harper's Ferry, Virginia. He tried to engender a full-blood slave revolt by disrupting firearms stolen during the attack at Harper's Ferry. Unfortunately, he failed. However, his actions caught the North's imagination and his influence soared. Prior to his execution, Brown's success in casting himself as a martyr for the cause of the freedom. Not surprisingly, such action infuriated Southern, North-South relations cheered to the breaking point. If John Brown did not end the war that ended slavery, proclaiming Frederick Douglass, he did at least begin the war that ended slavery. John Brown started the idea about the end of the slave, but the song helped spread the idea to the whole nation. John Brown's Body was a diffuse, inspiring presence. This salute to the abolitionist martyr memory offers a terse and memorable example of the creation. The most popular version of John Brown's Body was the Battle Hymn of the Republic, a hymn written by Julia Ward Howe in December of 1861 during the first year of the Civil War. Julia Ward Howe traveled to Washington, D.C. with her husband and a group of friends to observe troops conducting maneuvers in the countryside. To lift soldiers of spring, Howe penned a poem that could be sung to the Brown tune. She gave the lyrics to the editor of the Atlantic Monthly magazine, who named the piece the Battle Hymn of the Republic, and published the song in February 1862. As the Civil War progressed, the song became popular among the war prisoners in the South. It elevated troops' morale and improved the national cohesiveness. Julia Ward Howe's Battle Hymn of the Republic elevated the original John Brown's Body and involving wartime nationality. Battle Cry of Freedom, which was written by Norse composer George F. Root in 1860. The South's lyricist W.H. Barnes also created lyrics for it too. Lyrics by Barnes describe the Confederates fighting in the bloody field for living, while the lyrics by Rose describe the Union fighting for the royal brave and the freedom of all people. As the composer for the North Union, Root announced that the North was standing over the South. where both of them knew the cruelty of the battle and the importance of freedom. Like other songs, this one experienced the idea of freedom and cruelty on both the north and south side. There was no interval between north and south. In fact, there is more evidence show that music was important to the war. Abolitionist sentiments were expressed in songs by the Hutchinson family singer of New Hampshire, who used their popularity in 1840s to advance a number of causes, including women's rights, utopian community, and temperance, as well as Farron's opposition to slavery. Soldiers sang sentimental tunes Lorena and orally about decent love. The slavers have their own traditional songs which express the hope of freedom. Follow the drink ground, the word said godly, meaning follow the big deeper north to the underground real world and freedom. Frederick Douglass wrote in his autobiography that slavery will generally expect to sing as well as to walk. Maryland, my Maryland, celebrate the secession of the nation. Music was played on the march in camps even in battle. Armies marched to the heroic rhythm of drums and often of brass bands. The fear and the tedious of sieges was eased by nightly band concert, which often featured requests shot from both sides of the line. Around camps, there were usually a fiddle or guitars or banjo player at work, and a voice to sing the favorite songs of the year. In fact, Confederate General Robert E. Lee once remarked, "I don't believe we can have an army without music." People expressed their idea towards in the Civil War music. Freedom, cruelty, and loyalty were the three biggest elements of the Civil War music. More than any other period, composer and the lyricists experienced these ideas actively during the war. The Civil War was a turning point for the development of the music.